This video I'm going to go through and pick one knife at each price point, every $10 that I would recommend to somebody that is in that price point, can't spend more, or just doesn't want to spend more. I will probably go into the $150 price point. I'm going to try to make it fast. Brief overview of the description of the knife to keep it moving. To get us started, we've got the Ozark Trail, or as some people call it, the Ozark Grail, in D2. This is a crossbar with plastic handles for $10. It's a very good knife. I know Ozark Trail has gotten some flack for the heat treatment and for the overall quality control of this knife, but for $10 you can go to Walmart, buy it. If you get a defective one or one that you do not like, you can always return it. Walmart has a pretty good policy on that. For $20, another Ozark Trail. This is the 14C 28N version in aluminum with the Tanto blade. I honestly, if somebody was going to buy this for $20, I would tell them to just buy the Ozark Trail in D2 and save the $10 for when they can afford something like this. This is the Remet Rhino. You got thumb studs and the fuller. You got the front roll, front flipper, and then you've got the button, the liner lock. So this is an actual liner lock. You still have access to the liner, and you can use the button to engage it. For $30, this knife is awesome. I believe $30 is the price point that most people would be the most comfortable in and get the most bang for your buck. But stepping up a notch, you can get a little bit better features, heat treatment, stuff like that probably. I'm not sitting here testing the heat treatment on all these knives, but from what I've seen, this right here is also a Remet. This one just came out a day or two ago. This is the Remet Camel. Basically, I think Remet heard what people had to say about the Rhino, and they did all of those things and came out with this. Instead of the front flipper, you got the rear flipper. Instead of the fuller thumb stud, you have the opening hole. You still get that button liner and access to the liner. They even inset the pocket screws on this. That is a nice touch for a knife that is listed at $37. Right now, since they just released them, I guess, they have them on sale for like $33, $32. You can't go wrong. If it came down to it, I would buy this knife over some of these more expensive models. At $50, we have got the Kizer Drop Air 2. This knife comes in at $49. Usually you can get them on sale for like $42, $43. Right now they are at $50 though. AEBL steel with a long row of jimping here and another one up top. Top liner lock with the button activation. At $50, this knife is still well worth it. At $43, I can't think of another knife in that price point that I could recommend more. It is a solid knife. It is a little small compared to something like this one here on the table, but it's more than enough knife to get most tasks done. The MIGURON Site at $60. This is the crossbar version with micarta scales. They do have a $50 version with a liner lock, but as you have seen already in this video, I very much prefer anything that gets my fingers out of the way of the blade. This one does not have any jimping, which I wish they would have added some, but it is a very sleek, smooth knife that is hard to beat at this price. Got a titanium pocket clip even, 14C on the blade. Next up, $70, the Vosteed Porcupine. You've got 14C on the blade again, button top liner. This model whoever came up with it, they said, "Where do you want jimping?" And they told them, yeah, and they put it literally everywhere on this knife, which is kind of cool. I like it. It's not too aggressive, so it doesn't create hot spots. This knife just fits very well in the hand. I really would like to try the thumb stud version, but I don't mind an opening hole. Who doesn't like a nice hole to put your fingers in? Sorry, bad joke. Now we got $80, the Vision FG Civivi with the Sneck Superlock, thumb studs, Nitro V on the blade, reverse tanto on the blade shape, with a nice big choil to choke up on. I know this knife got some heat for the stop pin. I'm not going to focus, but for the stop pin being way too close to the blade. I understand the concern about that, but how often are we resharpening and reprofiling our blades? I feel like most of us will never have to experience that, especially when we have the amount of knives we have. Maybe if that's going to be your one knife, I get it, but I think it's a little overreaction. But for the price, Civivi needed to fix it, and I really hope on newer models they have fixed that. This is the CJRB Bolt. You can get this knife for $50. This is the $90 version in S90V. They have them listed on their site for like $133, but I have not seen the price go below $100. I think it's been at like $93 for the last year. So I'm assuming 93 is just the going price for them. You got my Carta on the scales, crossbar lock with the fin to actuate it. I do like it. I don't find myself reaching for this that often. I usually just do this, but for 90 bucks you get S90V. That is pretty sweet. Next up, $100. This is the AZ USA Eldorado. This one is a liner lock with thumb studs, some crazy aggressive jimping that I like a lot. It doesn't hurt the thumb. You really lock into it. This one is $100 and you get Van X on the blade. Last I looked, these were sold out. They just dropped these about a month ago. So hopefully they get MIGURON to OEM another batch, because they seem to have sold very well. And I can't say I'm surprised. $100 you get Van X. I don't know of anybody else putting that deal out there. Next up, $110, the Vosteed Shilling Cutter. This is the first Vanker lock appearance in the video. Might be the only, actually. You got thumb studs. You got the front flipper. You got the back flipper. And then you got the Vanker lock itself with the Shilling blade, which is one of my favorite blade shapes. Easy to choke up on. You can do pretty much any type of cut with this blade. My favorite fixed blade is actually a very similar blade shape to this. This one comes in right at about $110 sometimes, like right now. I think Amazon has these for $99. You get 154 cm on the blade. Very nice knife. Definitely recommend it at that price. Next up, this is where things start to get a little more confusing, but the Hogue Deca. This one has upgraded scales. These are titanium, flytanium scales, which I believe are discontinued now. This one has the thumb studs. It's the clip point version. I think when I bought this knife it was like $115, $110, but you can get these knives anywhere from $110 to $200, $230, depending on the materials you want, the blade steel, the blade shape. They just make a plethora of this knife. So it's kind of hard to figure out where to put it, because there's all sorts of different sales, all sorts of different pricing. I chose to put it here. Magna cut steel, USA made. It is a good knife for the money. You could also put the Kershaw Bel Air in that spot. I just do not have one, but at that price, I would actually probably go with the Kershaw Bel Air at this point. Next up, 130, the Vosteed Hedgehog. You've got thumb stud, you got the fuller, and then you got the top liner lock with the button. This is a sheep's foot harpoon style blade. Really locks you in once you get up there on it. Good choil. S35VN on the blade. This one is in G10, but G Mascus. They also got them in micarta, and I believe they have some in aluminum at different price points. But for the money, this is a great knife. It is definitely thick. So if you're looking for a slicer, this might not be the best option. But for just an EDC knife, if you like one with a little heft, a little thickness, this knife is awesome. Next up, the Vosteed Psyop 299. This knife, also button top liner lock, thumb studs, got a little bit of jimping there, also in S35VN. The Hedgehog and the Psyop are probably two of my most carried knives of the last year. Just two knives, the designs, the blade shapes, they're just very easy to carry. I'll say that. Micarta, aluminum on the bolster, and then you got steel liners, wire pocket clip. This is a very comfortable knife to carry. Next up is another one where the price is just all over the place, but for $150, you got the Cold Steel Swift 3. It has a lockout on the Atlas lock. This one is M4 steel. It is a big knife with a spring assist, and it really comes flying out of there. That is why it's nice to have that lock on it. I think it's G10, maybe FRN on the scales. They are comfortable, very grippy, good for outdoor use. When I go to the long range hole punching practice field, this is what I carry. Usually, not always. But pricing on this is all over the place. I think I paid $105, but right now they're at $145, so I figured this was a good enough spot as any to put it at. Now really, for the next, till the end of the video, Spyderco. Spyderco Para 3, Spyderco PM2. Look at any of the Spydercos. They've got them at price points and steels, handle materials, all over the board. I chose to put it here at $160 because I didn't have anything else, and you can get Para 3s anywhere from $110 to $265. This one is the Maximate version, so this one is above $200, usually $225 to $265, depending on what's going on. Now that I think Spyderco is increasing their prices this year, might end up going up across the board. This one, I put a deep carry pocket clip on it. It is the compression lock. So for the rest of the video, I'm just going to kind of show some knives that I have at different prices to kind of give an idea. But any of the price points from here forward, a Spyderco Para 3 or PM2 would be an excellent choice. Vosteed Valhund, this one about $180. You got titanium, S35VN, thumb stud, front flipper with the frame lock and titanium pocket clip. This knife is extremely lightweight. If you want something lightweight but high quality, you can't really go wrong with it. It's a very smooth knife. It's one of the few I can just easily just index finger roll it. I'm not the best at that, but this one makes it easy. Next up, the Flytanium Arcade. This is the Demco, I don't know if you call it a collab or Demco let them use the shark lock is what happened, I guess. This one is an S35VN, but you get the shark lock, which is an extremely strong, very easy to manipulate lock. So for $200, you get one of the best locking mechanisms in the pocket knife world, you get S35VN. Flytanium is probably the most customizable knife that I have. You can swap out these inserts. They send you a pair of G10 ones and micarta when you buy this knife, but you can get vat carbon. I think they've even done camo carbon, titanium, just about anything you want. I mean, they've even got just full-on titanium scales. So, awesome knife. Next one I will do just real quick, the Kershaw Livewire. If you wanted to get an auto, I would say to get a decent auto, you're going to spend more than $200. This one comes in right at like $240, I believe, but right now there's a sale on them. The American flag ones for $200. This one is in Magna Cut on the blade. USA made auto. Very nice auto, very smooth, very lightweight. I don't have very many autos. This is the one high-end one I have. But like I said, this video was meant to just kind of show people the different knives I have at different price points and kind of give people an idea of what they can get at these price points. I'm going to stop there mainly because I don't have much more in the next tier of knives, and I feel like most people that are looking to buy a knife aren't generally looking to spend more than $200 for their first or only knife. But you guys let me know what you think. If you have any knives that you would put at different prices, or just would remove a knife that I have put that you think is not good or a better option, please let me know. I'm always interested to try more knives out. I seem to have a problem with that. Thank you guys very much. Like and subscribe, and have a good day.